Welcome back, viewers, to another news hour on Jamano Media and Products. We first begin with our headlines. Lightning kills woman and her donkey while daughter survive. Halifa Sallah advised National Assembly members to avoid petition or detain anybody for 5 years. Medina by Khalifa due to the Gambia today. Those were the headlines. We now have the news in detail. Yamasen, believed to be in her 40s, died after a bolt of lightning struck her donkey cart while she was riding from the bush. The donkey was also killed, while her 2 daughters who were also riding on the cart survived. The incident happened in Ker Omar Sen on Tuesday in Jokade District, North Bank region. According to village sources, the lightning struck when Yama was returning home from fetching firewood in the forest. Heavy rains and storms followed the incident. Yama was the spouse of Modu Silla, who contested the Kerijaga by-election in November 2022. She was laid to rest yesterday morning. The former National Assembly for Serekunda, Halifa Sallah, has appealed to the parliamentarians to avoid being divided based on party lines in the House. Addressing a post-election seminar for the National Assembly members by Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, United Kingdom Branch and Westminster Foundation for Democracy, Honorable Halifa Sallah told National Assembly members they have no option but to unite. The Assembly Speaker and the Deputy Speaker predicts what is to come. But Halifa pleaded, one have no option, one must be collaborated. That is just not their desire to their will. It is beyond their willpower. It is dictated by their duty and conscience and their national interest. The veteran politician said the act that no political party has an overwhelming majority. The lawmakers must not be fragmented based on party lines. They should also put the national interest first before personal interest. The agenda is for them to be National Assembly members who will be efficient, effective, constructive, and contributive in their parliamentary practices. Those 4 objectives should also govern their comprehension, he said. Mr. Sallah added he wants to emphasize that cross-party collaboration is not simply a desire, it is a necessity in parliamentary life. They must first see Parliament as a service, and the National Assembly service is just assisting them to carry out their parliamentary duty to the nation. In order to do that, it is important to bear in mind that the constitutional framework, parliamentary procedure, precedence, and judiciary review of the parliament decision should serve as the guards and fence of their parliamentary practices. If one are schooled in this, one can consider themselves to have been well groomed to carry out their duties. The Director General of the State Intelligence Services has said the agency has not arrested or detained any individual since the new government came to power. Usman Sow said the staff have undergone series of professional trainings and reforms. 5 years on, they have gone very far in changing the dynamic and the security activities intending with human rights observations. They also endeavor to improve their relationship with domestically and internationally. They also tax themselves on the institutional strengthening of state intelligence services as an important institution for national security management, national peace and harmony, and national reconciliation, he explained. Mr. Sow said the state intelligence services is stronger and much more organized now with the right platform to meet its national security mandate. Their credibility has hugely improved, and he thinks every Gambian in the extent will attest to the fact that no one has said it's state intelligence services whose report has caused this damage to the country since the past 5 years. As far as intelligence services is concerned, credibility is a sine qua non. The focus of the service has been on their core mandate, and that is intelligence collection, analysis, and dissemination. Being focused on these mandates has kept the service very busy over this period to the extent that they don't use handcuffs. In the past 5 years, they have not arrested nobody, nor has State Intelligence Services detained anybody across the country, he added. They have tasked themselves to collect and analyze information across all sectors of activities, from national security, defense, intelligence, organized crimes, and so forth, with the paradigm shifted from state-centered security to human security, Mr. Sow added. He was speaking in the Banjulinding as the State Intelligence Services hosted Nigerian students on climate change and conflict study tour. Sheikh Mahi Ibrahim Niass, also called Khadimul Ummah, the Grand Khalifa of Medina Bay in Kaulak, is due here today at 2 p.m. Sudan, where tribes fought for so many years. The Grand Khalifa was able to bring peace and stability in that region and dedicated the victory to the African continent. Bay Niass once said, "Africa is for Africans," which his son, Khalifa Sheikh Mahi Ibrahim, saw in his mission to Sudan. The Grand Khalifa also visited Nigeria, where he met President Muhammadu Buhari. After the arrival of the Khalifa today, he will straightforward go to Atlantic Hotel, where the committee booked for him. Friday prayers will be held at Neman Nasiru, which was founded by his brother Muhammad Nasir Ibrahim Niass. The Hadaratul Jumma will be in Banjul, Makati Square, and a conference by the spokesperson to the Khalifa, Sheikh Mahi Sise, a brother to the Imam of Medina Bay. The Khalifa will draw the curtain on the program with closing remarks. Youth, a group of those were the stories for our today's newscast. But before we take a leave, let's take a recap on our top stories. Lightning kills woman and her donkey while daughter survive. Halifa Sallah advised National Assembly members to avoid partition rivalry in Parliament. Director General Usman Sow of State Intelligence Services has not arrested or detained anybody for 5 years. Medina by Khalifa due to the Gambia today. Those were the stories. Thank you for joining us with your presenter Maria Magilan. Do have a nice day.